Well, hello there everyone, Simon here with another reaction to the Acolyte, moving on to episode number 5. Just a heads up, I'm now doing pre-watch party live streams before each episode. Tested the waters for this one, started an hour before the episode was due to be released. Had a lot of fun, a lot of people showed up, so I'm going to be doing that from now on for each episode. An hour and a half before it is due to air, we'll hop on a live stream, we'll have a pre-watch party just to kind of talk through our thoughts on what could happen. So if you want, by all means, feel free to join in. Make sure you subscribe because you'll get the notifications for that. But yes, we're moving on to episode 5, and obviously it's been another completely normal week in the Star Wars fandom. No controversies whatsoever, no uproar over the last episode, and insignificant little details like, Ki-Adi-Mundi. It's just, again, another case of the fan base being completely normal. But we kind of ended on a cliffhanger, which was frustrating, but I understand where they were coming from. It just felt like the episode was far too short. And again, what I'm really hoping from this episode, other than like us seeing the conclusion of that fight, is for us to get a decently lengthy episode that allows things to kind of like just play out in as much time as we need. I'm also hoping this isn't a flashback, because if this episode is a flashback, a lot of people are going to be frustrated, myself included. I'm more than willing for us to see the next flashback episode to find out what happened with the Jedi, but I just don't think putting it in right now would be the best thing, because people want to see this fight, people want to see what happens. I've got my own thoughts and theories on, what's going to happen between this Acolyte, the dark side user, whatever we're calling him, Smilo Ren. I saw the term coined, which is quite funny. And, the fight with him and the Jedi. I have my own theories on that Soul might be the only one that survives. Yord and Jackie and the others might not make it. At the very least, those nameless Jedi are definitely going to die. Yord and Jackie, they might get incapacitated. But Soul, I think, is going to be the one that comes out of this episode in the best position. I think that maybe we're going to see those moth creatures interfere somehow. Because, they don't set that up for nothing, and we know that it's nighttime, there's lots of lightsaber blades, so we're probably going to see that interrupt any kind of a duel coming to a head, because, you can't have that final fight now. You need to tease it, and then as we enter into this second half of the show, build up to a final confrontation, which will probably take place in that last episode. I'm also uncertain as to whether we're going to get a reveal for the Acolyte. We might see the episode end with a tease of his helmet coming off. I know everyone's thinking it's going to be Khmer. I don't know. I still think that's a bit of a red herring. I definitely think that, Khmer is not who we think. He's got ulterior motives, but I just wonder if, this masked person is the apprentice and the master is someone else who we've not yet seen. And maybe that's what we're building to. But that's one of the things I've really enjoyed about this show, is the fact that I can't pin the story. I can't pin the mystery. And, a lot of modern TV is quite predictable. And so it is easy to kind of see where things are going. But this show, the mystery is constantly kind of left me thinking, I can't think what this might be. And that's great. There's definitely issues with the show. I don't think it's perfect. I definitely think that it could be paced better, edited better, the acting in parts could be better, but I'm enjoying it because I'm enjoying the story, I'm enjoying the characters, I'm enjoying the mystery, which, I think is core to any experience. You can complain about sets and costumes and dialogue, but if you're interested in the characters and the story, you're onto a winner. And again, it's not perfect. I'd be giving it about a 7 out of 10 at the moment for the show, but we're only halfway through. We've still got another 4 episodes to go, so we're going to jump in. We're going to watch episode number 5 of The Acolyte. I do hope they're not going to have skipped most of the fight. That would be disappointing. What is that orange? Oh dear. Okay, well, I don't mind them killing off the no-name Jedi off screen, but we definitely need to start seeing what's going on there. There you go. Oh no, it's the... Oh, yes! His armor can block lightsabers. Oh, you guys are screwed. Come on, Yord. I don't actually want Yord to die, but... Damn, this is actually really good action. Oh, you... Okay, they chickened out a bit with the decapitation, but that was really cool.
Run!
I don't think he's gonna kill her. But he's left Yord alive. Why did he do that? I'm not complaining, but feels like there's a reason. Oh, duck! Nice soul. This guy's powerful. And he is terrible for the environment.
Master Soul.
He knows him.
Who are you?
You don't remember me.
Uh-oh. We have to question if you... Did Khmer know Soul? I love the guttural noises.
Carry a Jedi weapon.
Yeah. See, they don't even...
You are no Jedi.
They don't even consider it's a Sith. They're like... Lightsabers are only for Jedi. I wonder if May's had a change of heart now about surrendering, given the fact that she's just seen all that go down.
You're under arrest.
Nice!
For the murder of Master Indara.
And let you read my thoughts.
Ooh.
No.
Okay.
What master hides his face from his pupil?
You tell me.
He doesn't follow the rules of combat. There's no method to his movements. It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't follow any of the forms.
It's into your head, and he stays there.
Oh, manipulation.
Do that.
You took Master Kilnaka's saber.
Wasn't the smartest thing to do. But, Jackie... Oh! Oh my god, the way he moves. And he's so aggressive. I keep saying he, it might not be a he, but I'm...
May. She's a loyal pupil.
Oh, hinting that May isn't. Maybe knows what she was going to do. Damn, I love that. Some kind of EMP. Yeah. A little smile. He sees her running. Oh, Jackie. Oh, he's gone. I think he's more focused on getting to May than he is on killing the Jedi. That's what I'm getting from this. Very muscled arms with tattoos. I'm trying to think. Oh, that would have been... There we go. This is the shit right here, man. This is the shit.
He's gonna kill them. He's gonna kill them all.
Oh, this might get Yord killed. If they don't die to the Moffs. Oh, she's going to bring the Moffs to him. Yeah. I love that. He just headbutts a lightsaber. That's great. Oh, don't be too aggressive, Jackie. Oh! 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 Oh shit! Oh my god, that happened so quick. Is that Kamir? Yes. But I don't think he's the master. I don't think he's the master.
She was a child.
You brought her here.
Yeah. You put a weapon in her hands.
You attacked me while my back is turned?
Oh.
Very Jedi of you.
So how do these two know each other? Because Kamir definitely knows Soul.
But a Jedi like you might call me Sith.
Okay. So he's mentioned the S word.
Discovery.
Well, I did wear a mask.
That's a good point.
What do you want?
They see my face. They all die. Oh, look at you two. Right back where you started.
No, Yord.
You. Surprise.
Oh, Yord. Where the hell are those moths you were bringing? He's just getting... Yes. Have we ever seen a Jedi just have a full-on brawl with their fists?
I love you, Pip.
Not Pip. The saddest loss of all in this episode is Pip. Oh. Oh my god! I mean, he's clearly not dead.
Where we come from,
Yeah, witches.
they invaded our home. Invaded? Hey,
We need to know what
you were
happened.
the violent one. You started that fire. I love you. Don't choose them again. Please choose me.
I'm not willing to commit to either side right now until we know exactly what's happened. I'm all for reconciliation between family, but you know, what actually went down? And also, Kamir is definitely not dead.
We both survived.
Is that Yord's? She's got Yord's saber. That was a very dramatic way of just giving yourself a haircut. Very well cut as well. Yeah, here we go.
Your sister.
She's now impersonating
She's gone.
Osha.
We must get to the ship. Here. Let me help you.
You'd think he'd be able to see through a deception. Certainly once he clears his mind. And Basil's going to be the one that'll sniff her out. Basil's movements. He's such a weird little dude.
Even in the revelation of our triumph, you see the depth of our despair.
Is he going to take her? That was very nice of him. Make sure she doesn't get cold. Okay, so I will once again say I'm still not down with the really short episodes. That one was, I think, even shorter than last week, because it was 34 minutes all in. You take off the credits and the intro, and that's probably about 26 minutes. I mean, again, it was fast-paced enough, so I don't think this was necessarily a terrible thing for it to be a short episode, but I'm just hoping that each week is not going to keep getting shorter and shorter. I will say, firstly, yeah, my predictions pretty much came off. Everyone but Soul was just slaughtered. Maybe not in the way that I expected. Clearly the no-name Jedi were fairly quickly disposed of. Jordan and Jackie in ways that I wasn't quite, again, anticipating. But man, I will say, that first 15-20 minutes when all of the action is going on, that is some of the best stuff that I think I've seen. The choreography, the aggressiveness, fantastic. I'm not one to usually overhype things and overpraise things, but it really was well planned, well thought out, and well, executed. Like, some of those shots, like, in particular, where he drags the other Jedi onto the blade and then decapitates both of them. I mean, yes, they did shy away from showing us the actual decapitation, but that's fine. We're still kind of, we're not an R-rated show. The Jackie death surprised me. Again, the snappiness of it, the breaking of the saber to reveal dual wielding, and then just the quick pop, pop, pop. It's unlike anything I think we've seen, and that's what I think Kamiya's style really is. You think about all of the different types of saber fights and the styles the characters have. His seems to be the most erratic, and the snappiest, and I like that. It's not stylish, it's not extravagant, it's not over the top, it's aggressive, it's quick, and it's unpredictable. And he's not afraid of getting his hands dirty, and I love the way that they utilize everything about him. He's got these gauntlets that apparently disable lightsabers, even his own. We saw that there's a risk to it. He just headbutts lightsabers as well, so I'm wondering if it's the metal, maybe, that, causes interference. And his overall get-up and outfit was fantastic. It was very free-flowing and served him well. I just don't remember him having those tattoos. I might have to go back and rewatch some of the earlier episodes, but I don't remember having the forearm tattoos when he was before he got revealed. But those fight scenes were intense. They looked fantastic. They were really well choreographed. And clearly inviting us into a deeper story there between Soul and Kamiya, because obviously all this time we're thinking about, well, what's happened with May and Osha and what happened back in that flashback episode, and I don't think anyone's really thought, could there possibly be a link between Soul and Kamiya? Who knows? I don't know. That's the mystery of it once again. We've solved one mystery, and now we've been led on to another. So, the biggest points from this are that the S word was mentioned, Sith. So he did, flat out state that he was a Sith. And I enjoyed that monologue, about how, firstly, he is a little bit right in the fact that, well, you can't complain about me killing a child when you brought the child here, put a weapon in her hand, and let her be part of this fight. Sure, I killed her, but in a way so did you, by weaponizing her. I like that idea because, again, that is essentially what the Jedi do. They kind of take these young people, although they train them up in the idea of being peacekeepers and, guardians, they still train them up to be weapons. And, when they die, that's equally as on fault with their masters as it is on the people who killed them. And, then talking about how he just wants to be free to wield his power. Because, obviously we've seen the Jedi don't take well to anyone using the Force other than themselves. And so you would understand from the perspective of someone who, wants to not conform to the Jedi. I mean, clearly, he's an evil character, but you see the logic behind it at least. He's had to hide, and he doesn't want to have to hide, the fact that he can use his power. I like it. It's just straight up simplistic logic, He knows he's got power. He knows he doesn't conform to the Jedi. He knows that the Jedi would strike him down given the chance. And so he's going about his business trying to, one-up them. He wants an apprentice, he even said. I still think there's more to the story there. I still think that maybe he has a master. And, we don't know anything other than... He said he has no name. We don't know what his official Darth title is. But obviously him mentioning Sith puts us on, kind of a road where it's like, okay, so now that word has been mentioned, and Sol and Osha and May, who will be the only people right now, other than Camille, who know that word and know that it applies to this person. I know that there's going to be people online saying, oh, he said Sith, this breaks canon, this breaks, continuity. But I'll say the same thing I've been saying for weeks. We still don't know that Sol is ever going to make it back to report on that. We still don't know that. I mean, firstly, May and Osha, May specifically is probably not going to even understand the significance of Sith. Osha might, but again, we don't know how much Padawans get taught about the history of, the Sith. The Sith might still be a mystery to everyone. It could be one of these secrets that's held only within the Jedi Council and the most senior members of those ranks. And again, that's going to be one of those things where I'll say, I will wait and see what happens before determining whether him mentioning the Sith word is something that is in keeping with continuity. Because right now, we just don't know. He's not blazing the message across the stars. He's told, one Jedi and two individual twins. So we'll see where it goes from there. But I mean, again, I like the fact that this show just didn't hold back. Didn't hold back in killing off characters, that people have already formed an attachment. I can only imagine what it was like as the showrunners when you see that Yord Horde hashtag. Like, I don't know if they predicted that Yord would be such a social media hit in the run-up to, the show, but obviously them then knowing his fate, someone must have been smiling and thinking, oh, you poor people, you're in for something, in episode 5. And I mean, I'm sad, obviously, that him and Jackie, got offed, but I'm not surprised, and I think it was the right decision. Because it really does play to the fact that this guy is powerful. And you saw it. You saw how he was fighting. Everything about him was intimidating. I wouldn't want to get into a fight. He more than held his own against Sol. And I think that if he wasn't trying to get to May originally, once he sensed her betrayal, I think he would have finished off the Jedi much quicker. Than he did, because he had many different things going on, and there's definitely bits where you could say, oh, that could have been done a little better, or that line maybe didn't make sense, but they are very minor issues. And on the larger part of this episode, I thought this was a fantastic set piece, a fantastic fight scene. And again, I think next week maybe we're going to be jumping into another flashback. I think next week is where we're going to find out what happened. But it's clear that Basil is going to be the one to kind of sniff out that that's not, Osha. And some people might say, well, shouldn't Sol be able to sense it? Well, you got to remember, his mind is not going to be clear right now. He's just lost, all those Jedi. He's just been confronted with, so much in the form of, the Sith coming back that I don't think he has got much in the way of a clear mind right now to actually be able to sort of weed out the fact that there is deception at hand here. But Basil will, and God bless you, Basil. That's if you don't get killed before you can reveal it. I could see that happening as well. Basil starts to sniff around, May starts to suspect, and then boom, Basil's kaput. But it's interesting at the end there with again with Khmer, because he didn't seem intent on wanting to kill Osha, and I think he knew that was Osha, because he was very intent on killing May, but I think he's gonna take her, and I think that's where we're leading. I think Khmer's gonna take Osha when Sol realizes that it's May, and realizes that Khmer has Osha. He's gonna go after Khmer, because we see them getting chased in the ship. May's ship is being trailed by the Jedi ship through that kind of the ring system. So I think that's where we're going. But I might make a video on that, in a few days. I'm gonna let this settle in and see what the reaction is. So I'm wondering what the hyperbolic overreaction is going to be to this episode. There was no Ki-Adi-Mundi to complain about, so no doubt I'll be revolving around that one word, Sith. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. As always, I'll have my watch party or pre-watch party next week. So if you want to, join, then please do. Be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss out. And I will see you for the next episode.